Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I think you are muted. I couldn't hear you.
Hello.
Hi.
Is it just us? Or there we go.
So far, actually, so far, yes, just us. Let's give them more time. There are still 3 more minutes.
Okay.
I think that's Kristen. I like your background. Palm tree, sunshine beach. Let me share my screen. Hmm. Let me see if I have. I think I thought I posted an announcement about the meeting. Yeah, our first meeting takes place today at 1 p.m. Yeah, I did a post announcement.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, strange. 1 more minute.
I like to
And we
log.
only have, okay, we have one more. 3 students. Hmm. Hi,
Hi.
Alisa.
Yes.
Thank you for
Thank you for
coming.
coming.
We're still waiting for more students to join the meeting.
Okay.
And this announcement. Yeah, this announcement is also has been sent to your email. So weird. Well, it's 1 p.m. right now. Well, we're gonna have to start it. First thing, attendance check. Right. I record our attendance in Starfish.
Okay.
Essentials for function. Essentials for function. I have a lot of classes this semester.
Oh,
This one, first one actually. Today, 1 p.m. All right. Okay, we have 5 students. Numbers are getting bigger. Let me look at. We have Kristen, we have Sophia, Alisa, Noah, Emma. Yeah, so far we have 5 uh, participants. So everybody else, this is absent, absent. Noah is here. Sophia's here. Ryan, here. Always. Kristen is here, right? Kristen Miller. Yeah, your last name is Miller. You're here. Justin. I need to make it bigger. See it. Absent. Hunter. Absent. Alyssa is here. Right? Your last name is Robinson? Yeah. It's new.
Yes.
Yeah. Emma. Emma Thor. I only see your first name on your camera. I think there's only
I
one.
didn't put my last name. I only did my first name. Was I supposed to put my last name?
Yeah. So this is you, right? I think we only have one Emma.
Yes, that's me.
Okay. Very good. Brandon. Sometimes I have two, two students have the same first name. Even have the full name is the same. That happens before. So we have 6. No, I missed one. Jeremy here. All right, save. Okay, next we want to do spend a little time to introduce ourselves. Okay, so we're gonna tell everybody names and the major at TCC and share one thing that make you happy during the summer. I'll go first. My name is Betty Guo, and I'll be the professor for this essential section. Of course, I also teach your functions, the main class. You're enrolled in my combo. This is a combo. 14A3 is the function class, and this is the essential for function class. And during the summer, one thing made me happy is, in the spring, early spring, we bought the Chinese cucumber seeds and yard long bean seeds. Yeah, those are not local vegetables. Here, you don't really can buy them from from a Walmart or any other stores. So I bought the seeds, and then we started the seeds in the garage. We got a shelf and the lighting. Once they sprout, we put them in the ground. And over the summer, we really had a great harvest. Sometimes I could have like 6 cucumbers and tons of beans. I share with my neighbors because we couldn't finish ourselves. And that's something that made me happy. All right, next, how about we start with Kristen? Are you muted? No? I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you. Do you guys hear her?
No.
Oh, Kristen, I'll let you to fix your audio, and then we're gonna maybe go to Sophia.
Okay. My name is Sophia. I'm an English major and I'm going into pre-law after this. And then one thing that makes me happy about summer is swimming. I love swimming and I like to go camping. So it's fun to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It was so hot. I think swimming is a good choice.
Swimming's better, yeah.
Thank you, Sophia, for sharing.
Yeah.
How about Alisa? Can you go next?
Yeah, my name is Alyssa. I'm a major in business, but I have already gone to RSU and majored in accounting. And what made me happy about this specific summer is I did find out I'm pregnant, so I will have my baby coming in 27. So that was what was exciting.
That is huge. May I ask your due date?
January 31st.
Oh, so it's very early now. Okay. So if you need anything, please let me know. You know you are Title IX protected. We have a
Yes.
policies to protect you. So I need to remember your situation. Yeah. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Noah, your turn.
Hello everyone. My name is Noah. I'm a business major. This is my first year at TCC, and something that made me happy this summer. I guess I watched a lot of history. I consumed a lot of history. I love history and philosophy, and it was just fun learning about all that over the summer and get my curiosity ready for the semester.
Very good. I like history and philosophy as well. You know, we can learn a lot of things from history because it repeats itself, right?
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Noah, for sharing. Emma, your turn.
Hi, my name's Emma. I'm majoring in business as well. Something fun I did over the summer. I went to Cali for a senior trip with my sister and my parents.
Very good. Thank you for sharing. I believe that was a great trip, right?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Kristen, would you like to try again? We cannot hear you.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. How about next time? All right. Okay, thank you. All right. So, after introduction, we're gonna go to our course shell. This is our course shell, okay? You have two shells. You have two shells for functions. One is the 1483. We need to know the number for the course, okay? Yeah, this is the functions, math functions and their uses. And that's completed online. And the essentials for functions is this one. Yeah, 04882. 04882. Essentials for math functions. And that class is online live. I think other students did not show up. Maybe they had a certain misunderstanding. They were not aware that this actually required attending the meetings. So let's go to the shell. Let's see what's going on in the shell. You see the Zoom meeting, of course, right? Because you're already here. Very good. And syllabus and other course documents. Let's look at our syllabus and point out some very important things that we need to know. Communication. I prefer this email, okay? My TCC Outlook email address as the sole channel that you contact me. All right, this is my TCC institutional email, Outlook email. I prefer you email me there directly. But if you email me, message me in Blackboard, that is okay as well. If you leave the messages in Blackboard, they will tell me the notification, and through in this email, I will see that you messaged me. The thing is, I have to find a computer and log in my TCC and then go to the Blackboard and then respond to your message. But if you email me directly to this email address, then I can, see it on my phone and then respond to the message on my phone as well. It's just more efficient. Okay. And also it's easier to attach a picture or screenshot. If you have a question or confusion, you can take a screenshot. I can understand it better, right? The upload attachment in Blackboard is not that convenient. But if you email me to Outlook and attach an image, is quite convenient. All right, so that's the communication. I will respond to your message within 24 hours. Okay. And how this course, the grade breakdown is determined. Okay, so we need to read the policy here together. Your performance in 1483, well, you need to know that's the math functions you enroll in. That's the online portion, okay? Is an integral part in calculating your grade in this class. This class is the essential course. If you earn an A or B or C in Math 1483, 40% of the points for this class will come from your average in 1483. Okay? However, if you fail 1483 or getting a D from 1483, then you receive 0 for that portion. Okay, you will receive 0 points for that 40%. Means that the best you can do in essential. If you fail the main course 1483, the best you can do for the essential is getting a B. Because you have 40%, at the most you have 60% because you have 0 from that 40%. Okay? Yeah, students who are withdrawn from one class will also be withdrawn from the other. Yeah, it's a combo, go together. If you fail one, you would have to retake both until you pass 1483. Again, 1483 is the main class. All the assignments, quizzes, extra credit, and the exams is for 1483. This essential is to help you pass 1483. Okay, reinforce the knowledge, help you to understand, do the final review, do the exam review, and etc. The other 60% of the grade in this course depends on your attendance and the performance. And in the syllabus, I think I make it very clear, and I need you to have your camera turned on. Then I can really know you are there, right? And I know you are not doing anything else. Yeah. So this is the first time I don't mind too much, but start next class, I'd like you to have your camera on. Then I can mark you as attending, present for this class. Tell me, please, am I clear about the essentials grade breakdown?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So your attendance in this course matters a lot because that determines the 60% of this essential course. Okay.
so do we have assignments through this portal as well, or is it
Good
just
question.
the other
Good
portal?
question. The answer is no.
Okay.
Yeah, you only have homework assignments from 1483.
Okay.
Yeah, let's look at the 1483 course shot. That's a good question. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, this essential session serves for 1483 class. Is to help you to pass, to be successful in that class. That class is completely online, right? So I think this essential meeting, twice a week meeting would help a lot. So let's go to math function 1483. I'd like you to take time to read the syllabus and the tentative schedule, course schedule, right? And so if you have any question about the first day access, like the course material, I recently posted an announcement and telling you do not worry about the course material. It's there for you to see legally because it's required by law. And you know you have the option to opt out. But please do not opt out. If you opt out, you won't be able to have you won't be able to do any assignments and you won't be able to pass, right? But it's there for you to see by law. So all you need to do to do your homework, all you need to do is to find the unit 1, right? Click on an assignment and then start the work. Okay, it's very easy to do. It's very easy to do. And for each section, we have the resource, the textbook portion, and to help you to understand. Okay. Do you guys have any other questions about how the combo works?
No, not really.
Okay. Let me look at the time. It's 16. Okay. So we can start the lecture. Okay. I'm gonna start talking about what function is. And before that, I want to share a video. We share a video. Let me temporarily start the sharing because I need to turn on a oh, I got a message. Oh, so okay. So we have one more participant right now, right? Kristen. I don't really see her. Who is this message from? Oh, it's Miller. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, I understand. Because your audio has something, so you write down what do you want to say, right? Yeah, let's read it. My name is Kristen. My major is accounting, and I love being at the lake. Very good. There was something about a pre-quiz and that it must be proctored. Okay, yeah. So that actually was a very good question. Yes, the pre-quiz is a required assessment by the department. You do have to go to one of the TCC testing center to take it. You can go there anytime at your convenience this week, okay? I think there's only one testing center opens on Saturday. You do really have to check the hours on Saturday. It is the hours different from Monday through Friday. So we have 4 campuses: Southeast, Northeast, West, and Metro. Only Southeast campus, the testing center there, opens on Saturday with limited hours. So I would say if you plan to go to Metro or Northeast campus or West campus for the pre-quiz, you need to go there Monday through Friday, not Saturday, because they don't open. So I took the prior to this class is not the same thing. I took the prior. What is the prior? I took NE prior to this class. Can you explain, Kristen? And one thing I want to point out is the pre-quiz is not graded toward your course total. So you don't have to really worry about it, okay? It's really just for placement purpose. The department want to collect that data. It's required by the department. Kristen, I did not understand the last sentence you typed here. It specifically say pre-quiz. Yeah, I can show you, okay? To get enrolled, I had to do a proctor test for enrollment. I do not know about that. I think you're already enrolled.
I had to do the same thing, and it's just like to see if you have to take this course or not.
The placement test.
Yeah.
Oh, that was before you enroll, right? You are already here. Oh, it's different. You already enrolled in the essential. You already enrolled in the combo, so you're gonna have to keep doing this essential session. I hope I answer your question. I was going to share a video, right?
I have a question too about the proctor. I live in Oklahoma City, and I come to Tulsa regularly, but I saw in the simple syllabus for the other course that you can take it at a different testing center if you live more than 30 minutes away. Am I able to do that?
Yes,
okay.
Of course. Yeah, you would need to email me.
Okay.
Because there's some paperwork we need to get it done.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let me share it again. I want to share the video with you.
Take 5 isn't just an oil change. It's a cold bottle of water. It's the power of Carfax telling you exactly what your car needs.
Functions describe the world. Everything is described by functions. The sound of my voice on your eardrum, function. The light that's kind of hitting your eyeballs right now, function. The entries you put in your random matrices, function. It's all function. Different classes in mathematics, different areas in mathematics study different kinds of function. High school math studies second degree one variable polynomials. Calculus studies smooth one variable functions. And it goes on and on. Functions describe the world. I start most of my courses that way.
I really like this short video, so I shared it with you. What did the professor trying to tell us? Functions describe the world, right? In other words, everything can be described by function. Okay, can you give an example? Well, you don't have to answer me right now because we are going to talk about what function is. Okay, we're going to talk about what function is. You know, there are multiple different ways to explain what function is. And if you ask, can you just give me one way to describe what function is? This is the way, okay? Function can be understood as a machine, okay? It's a machine. I use a box to represent the machine. And every time you give the machine an input, the machine will produce exactly one corresponding output. One, okay? Yeah, exactly one corresponding output. Not two, not three, not multiple, just one. Not zero, just exactly one, okay? If we have a machine and every time you give the machine an input, the machine produce exactly one corresponding output, then that machine is a function, okay? Is a function, all right? For example, very straightforward example. I'm going to be a millionaire if I can redesign that machine, right? I'm going to design a machine. Every time you feed the machine a piece of beef, okay, maybe 16 ounces, right? Every time I feed the machine a piece of beef, after 2 minutes, the machine will produce a delicious steak ready to eat. Maybe medium rare. Yeah. So what do you think? Are we looking at a function here? Is this machine a function? By the definition I gave you earlier?
It's the output.
Yes, exactly, one output. What is the output? The steak, right? Yeah. The beef is the input. You feed the machine a piece of beef. Oh, 2 minutes after, and the machine give you a steak, right? So this is a function. Why is a function? Because it satisfies the definition that I just described. For each input, the machine produces exactly one corresponding output. This steak obviously corresponds to the beef you feed, right? If that steak is from that piece of beef. Yeah, okay? So all the beef I feed the machine, put it together, make a set, and that is called a domain. Okay? And now all the steaks, I get a lot of steaks, put them together, make a set, that is called a range. If we go back, the definition I give you, okay? Yeah, for this machine, it is a function because every time you give the machine an input, it will produce exactly one corresponding output. Then all the inputs together make the domain. Okay, we use X to represent inputs. Yeah, we use X to represent inputs. So all the values X could assume all the inputs, possible inputs, put it together, give us the domain of the function. Okay, and all the outputs put it together make a set, and that is the range. Okay, yeah, and we use the variable Y to represent outputs. So all the possible values for Y gives us the range. So we need to remember, okay, for a function, two variables, x, y. X represents the input, Y represents the output. For each input, In other words, for each value of x, there's only one corresponding y value. Okay, then that is a function. All the inputs together make the domain. All the outputs put together make the range. You know, when we get to know someone, we need to ask about names, right? Majors, like if you, like in our class, and what do you like, what do you dislike, etc. We need to know things, know about the person, right? So those are about function. We need to know those things about function. Okay, yeah, what makes a function? This relation, this exactly one corresponding relationship make a function. For each input, there's only exactly one output. The machine I designed, every time I feed the machine a piece of beef, it gave me one steak that is a function. It does not give me two different steaks. Well, I prefer that would be even better, right? But no, that would not be a function. Okay, yeah, it only gave me one steak, and that make it as a function. Okay, any questions so far? Do not worry about it. I'm gonna continue talking about what function is. Okay, the whole class today is gonna be understanding what function is. Do you have any questions, Emma?
No.
Okay, next time I hope you have your camera on, then I can.
Yeah,
really-
the camera is not working. I don't know why. I'm gonna figure that out once the class is
Okay,
done.
sounds great. All right, let me give you another example. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move the camera. You guys picture on this corner. Now I can have some space. I have some space here. Okay, now I'm gonna give you another example. Let's take this community as example. Okay, and this community has a many households. Okay, many households. You know, and all the households have married couples. Okay, each households are married couples, husband and a wife. Okay, so each house has a husband and a wife, husband and wife, husband, wife, husband. Okay, we do not consider children. Maybe they have children, but we do not consider them. So if for each husband, okay, there's only one wife. Okay, no husband has more than one wife. Every single husband, there's only one wife. Then we say the community, you know, is a function. I can use the definition I give you to explain or prove this is a function. For example, I make a machine, another machine. Okay, the machine, very, you know, magic. If you enter the name of the husband as the input, yeah, the machine, like a computer, would right away tell who his wife is. Okay, for example, I live in that community. My husband's name is Benjamin. Okay, and I tell the machine, the input, the husband's name is Benjamin, and then right away the machine will tell you Betty, that's the wife. Okay, yeah. So, and every time you give the machine an input, which is the name of the husband, and there's only one corresponding wife. Okay, that's the name of the wife. Okay, and then by the definition I described earlier, this is a function, right? Yeah, because the relation is the machine, you know, for each single input, which is the name, which is the husband, there's only one corresponding wife, right? And it's a function. What do you think? What do you think about it? Do you see it? Like the couples, husband, wife, the couple, do you see they are actually make a function? Sophia, do you see it?
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh.
The function is the wife.
No, the function is not wife.
Or
The
sorry,
relation,
the range is the
yeah, the relation.
yes.
The relation here is a function. Like the husband-wife pair. So more formally, if I give you the definition, so this is a community, right? A bigger collection, right? So X1, Y1, first husband and his wife, okay? X2, Y2, second husband, second household, husband and wife. X3, Y3, husband and wife, and so on and so on. XN, YN. So I put all the couples in this collection. So this is the community. The collection represents the community, right? And each pair represents each household. And in the household lives the couple, husband and wife, husband and wife, husband and wife. So this collection, this set is a function if every husband in this community only has one wife. There's no cheating husband. What if you go to a different community and you do this collection? You write down the information as a collection, as a set, right? Husband, wife, husband, wife, husband, wife. And then you notice, oh, this husband has two different wives.
Whoa.
Well, then that collection, that set, that relation is not functioning. That's not a function.
Okay.
Yes.
So if something interferes with the function, then it's not a function anymore.
Yes, the thing interferes the cheating husband.
Yes.
Because we require for each input, we can only have one corresponding output.
Okay.
But if there is a cheating husband, which is X, he has two different wives. Oops, no, that's not a function, right? You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this example, if the community does not have any cheating husband, it is a function. If there is at least one cheating husband, not a function. Seems for this relation to working, husband has to be very disciplined, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So in older time, I'm talking about maybe last century, 50s. If you watch the shows from that time, like the Mad Men, I think is from 50s. At that time, I think most of the women they did not work, right? Financially, wives depend on their husbands. Yeah, not now. Now our women very independent. Decades ago, last century, the wives financially depends on husbands. Okay, so husbands go out to work. Financially, they are independent. Okay, do you guys remember input? Input is X. Okay, input is X. Input is X. So husband is X, right? Husband is the input. Y is wife. Just think about wife. Wife. Maybe that can help you to remember. Wife is the verbal Y, which is the output. Wives do not work, right? Remember? So they are dependent, financially dependent. And husband works, so they have money, they want to buy whatever they want. They are independent. So independent. Okay? So you need to remember in a function, the two variables, X and Y, they play different roles. Okay? X here is independent. Yeah, like husband, financially independent. Y here as outputs, dependent. Wives do not work, they depend on the husbands financially, right? Okay. So the husband X, since it's independent, they can buy whatever they want, right? Can buy whatever they want. And let's say dinner, he take the wife to a restaurant. Good restaurant or bad restaurant is up to the husband. Then the wife have no choice, have to eat whatever the husband provide, right? You see what I'm talking about? So similarly, let's look at this beef and steak example here, okay? Beef is the X. Inputs, right? Beef is the inputs. You put a piece of beef there, and then you get a steak, which is Y, is output, right? You know, the beef is independent. Yeah, I can grab any beef to feed the machine. But the steak, the corresponding output to the steak, depends on what beef I feed the machine. Well, if I feed the machine very expensive Japanese, what is that called? Something, you know, they make the cows listen to music to make the beef very expensive. Yeah, if I feed the machine very expensive piece of beef, well, the steak would be very high quality and expensive, right? Or if I feed the machine like almost rotten beef, then the steak comes out probably not as good as you know you want, because it's not fresh anymore. You see what I'm talking about? So the output depends on the input. Depends on the input, okay? So what outcome, what kind of steak you get, not only depends on the machine, but also depends on the material, the input you give the machine. Does that make sense? So yeah. So in the community, how the wives live a life, you know, depends on their husband, how their husband treat them, how their husband provide for them, right? Does that make some sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like you to communicate with me. Yeah, if what I said doesn't make sense, please let me know. If you are not following, or you need me to repeat or explain a certain part different way, I would do that, okay? But if you don't say nothing, I wouldn't be able to know. So I really need your input, okay? I need your input, then I give you the output you want, okay? All right, let's continue, look at the examples. Let's look at a table, okay? In this table, I'm gonna report some data. You know, the data is the new oil. You know, in the future, what really expensive is gonna be data. Okay, some big companies are actually secretly collect our data if we know or not know. We're aware of that. So I'm gonna collect some data from us. Okay, I'm gonna make a table, two-way table, two-column table. First column is name. Second column, I'm going to collect eye color of each person. Okay, for Betty, this is my name. My eye color is brown. I want to say black, but if you look at it carefully, I thought because Chinese claim we have black eyes, right? Black eyes, yellow skin, but really my eyes not really black, it's brown, dark brown. And then my skin is not really yellow, right? It's like beige. Yeah, it's funny. Okay. So Kristen, I don't know your eye color. Let's see. Blue. That's great. It's different. Okay, perfect. Alisa,
Blue.
blue as well. Okay, awesome. Emma,
Brown.
oh, brown. Okay, awesome. Noah,
I I don't know, like black, I guess, maybe.
oh, okay, black. Did I miss anything? Sophia,
Hazel.
Hazel, awesome. Hazel. All right, done. That's my information. I collect the data and I put it as a table. You know, tables are very useful to organize the data that you collect, right? Well, do you see a function?
No.
Professor in the video said, functions to describe the world. Everything in the world can be described by functions. Does that mean this can be described by a function?
Yes, like the person is the output, the input, and then the color of their eyes is the output, and it depends on what color their
Exactly.
parents' eyes were.
Exactly. Perfect. Thank you so much, Sophia. Exactly. You know, yeah, the formal definition is if we have a relation, what is a relation? Relation is a set of ordered pairs, right? And you write a name, Betty, brown color, right? So the first component is my name. Second component is my eye color, right? That's the first pair. Like the husband and wife, right? Yeah. X value is the name of the person. Y value is the eye color of the person, right? The second pair, Kristen, and her eyes is blue, right? That's XY for Kristen. And then Alisa, Sophia, Noah, Emma, right? So we have a collection of pairs. Each pair has two components. The first component is names. Second component is the person's eye colors. Well, we can see that as a machine. You know, the table actually works as a machine. When you give the machine a name, let's say Sophia, and the machine would tell you the eye color of Sophia. Or, you know, it's just can be described as the machine, right? But you actually look at the table and you know Sophia's eye color is hazel, right? Both eye colors. I haven't seen anybody has two different eye colors. Or maybe that would be very rare, probably caused by, you know, some condition. I'm not sure about that. But for us, you know, we have one eye color, okay? For each person in the table, there's only one corresponding eye color. So do you see a function? Because nobody has two different eye colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, can you tell me the domain? Yeah, we agree. Earlier, Sophia also said the names or the person, they are inputs, right? The eye colors, they are outputs. If you only say the output is blue, you don't know because we don't know because we have two persons. Both Kristen and Alisa, they have blue eyes. If you only say blue, we have no idea what you're talking about, right? You have to give the input, you have to give the person, then the output makes sense. Okay, Alisa, okay, now I know. That means Alisa's eye color is blue, right? If you do not mention Noah, you only say black, well, we only have one black, so it's fine. But what if we have two different blacks, right? So you have to give the input and then we have the corresponding output. All right, okay, can you tell me what's the domain of this function? We agree it's a function.
The one right there, Sophia, or the names would be the domain.
Exactly. Remember, domain is a set, a collection, yeah, a group of things, yeah. So put our names together, right? Yeah, 6 of us, Betty, Christine, Alisa, Emma, Noah, Sophia. Put our names together. That's the domain. Because the domain is the collection of inputs. For this function, we identify names. Our names are inputs. Put it together gives us domain. What's the range?
The eye colors.
Yeah, exactly. Our eye colors, right? Brown, blue, black, hazel. Okay, can you tell me how many elements in the domain?
6.
Yeah. How many elements in the range?
6.
Huh?
4.
Oh, yeah.
4. Yeah. You know, I know both Kristen and Alice have blue eyes, but we do not really write blue twice. Okay? Yeah. Both my eye color and Emma's are brown, but we do not write brown twice. We only write it once. Okay? So that makes the range a smaller size compared with the domain. Is that okay? Totally fine. You know, the domain and range of function do not have to have the same size. Okay? Do not have to have the same size. Okay. So the husband and the wife example. I have a question for you. Okay, I have a question for you. So let's go back to husband and wife community. What if there is a wife, okay? There's a wife. She has two different husbands. Well, no cheating husband. That's the condition for this community, for the relation to be a function, right? Yeah, we agree on that. Yeah, remember the community has no cheating husband. However, there's a cheating wife. The wife, that lady has two different husbands. Yeah, so probably he live here one Monday, Friday, Sunday, and then live here Tuesday. So there's a cheating wife. Does that change the fact? Does that change the, the story? Would that disqualify this community to be a function?
It wouldn't change the domain, but it would change the range.
Yes, the range would have less elements than the domain. You're right, but it's still a function. Would the cheating wife ruin everything? Is not function anymore?
No, yeah,
Still
it would still function.
Yeah, it is still a function. Why is that? Why we cannot have cheating husband? Cheating husband will disqualify to be a function. How come we are allowed to have cheating wife?
Because it doesn't change the domain.
Because it does not change the condition for the community to be a function. The condition is that for each input, there's only one output. In other words, for each x, there's only one y. We don't care if there's multiple x for one y. As long as for each x, there's only one y. Similarly here, okay, remember our names are x, and names are x, eye color is y, right? For each x, there's only one y, because every person has one eye color. However, you see we do have two browns, right? Two browns, the same y, different x, and that doesn't matter. That does not disqualify this to be a function. It's just the way we define functions. Yeah, as long as no cheating husband, function. Wives doesn't matter until section 1.7 when we learn one-to-one function. We'll have to require the wife to be disciplined as well. Okay, but yeah, we'll see at that time. So, what do you think? Do you have a different understanding about what function is after those examples?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll continue working on understanding function on Thursday. Yeah, today's just a start. Okay, today's just start. I think we run out of time. Right? Yeah, 1:50. I hope you reach out whenever you need anything, you have a question or concern, just feel free to email me. All right, guys?
Okay, thank you.
Very happy to have you in the class, and I hope we have a great semester. I'll see you guys on Thursday.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
See ya. You're welcome. Bye-bye.